She came to me, begging for money to cover her rent, only to turn around and hand it straight to her male best friend. And I just smiled. But when she slithered back weeks later, desperate for more, what she found waiting for her was the end of everything. I've always believed that in a relationship, you're a team. You stand by each other when life gets hard. At least, that's what I thought, until about a month ago. Now I know the truth. For some people, you're not a partner. You're just a resource they haven't bled dry yet. Jenna and I had been together for a year. We didn't live together. By choice. I valued my space. She valued hers. Or so I believed. Then, one evening, she called me in a full-blown panic. Tears choked her voice as she sobbed about her boss slashing her hours at the last second, leaving her $1,200 short on rent. Her landlord, she said, was a merciless tyrant who didn't accept late payments. The desperation in her voice was raw. "I don't know what to do," she gasped between sobs. "He's going to evict me." "I hate asking, but could you help? I'll pay you back with my next 2 paychecks, I swear." I had savings. I cared about her. The idea of her being tossed onto the street twisted my gut. Of course I'd help. "Don't worry," I told her. "I've got you. We're a team, remember?" I sent the $200 that same day. The relief in her voice was overwhelming. She couldn't thank me enough. I felt good, like I'd done the right thing for someone I loved. Fast forward a week. I was out for a beer with a mutual friend, Mark, when he casually mentioned Jenna's best friend, Leo. I'd never trusted Leo. He was the type who chased one get-rich-quick scheme after another, always needing expensive gear for his latest obsession. "Man, Leo's lucky to have a friend like Jenna," Mark said. "Did you see that new camera he just bought? Been wanting it for months. Jenna fronted him the cash. Must have been over $1,000. My beer glass froze halfway to my lips. "Oh yeah?" I kept my voice steady. "When'd he get it?" Mark shrugged. "Last Tuesday or Wednesday. He's been posting pics of it non-stop." The same day I'd sent Jenna the rent money. The pieces clicked into place with a sickening clarity. The sob story, the panic, the exact amount. It wasn't for rent. It was for Leo. She'd taken money I'd worked for, money she'd sworn she needed to keep a roof over her head, and handed it to her deadbeat friend for a toy. A wave of fury crashed over me, so hot it nearly blinded me. But I swallowed it. No screaming, no accusations. What would that solve? She'd just cry, spin another lie, and twist it into my fault for not trusting her. No, this required something colder, something calculated. When I saw her that weekend, I didn't say a word. I just smiled. She was all grins too, gushing about how her landlord was so relieved she'd paid on time. I nodded along, listening to the lies spill from her lips, and in that moment, I knew. We were over. She just didn't realize it yet. I decided then and there I'd get my money back. But more than that, I'd expose the truth. She'd used me. Used my trust like a weapon. The only way to handle someone like that? Let them walk right into the trap they'd built themselves. I knew it was only a matter of time before she came crawling back. People like Jenna and Leo thrive on crisis. Their lives are a carousel of self-made disasters. All I had to do was wait, and when she returned, I'd be ready. Update 1. 5 weeks later, and I'd been playing a very careful game. I didn't pull away completely. I just shifted the dynamic. When she suggested expensive dinners, I'd sigh and say I was saving money. When she hinted at new shoes, I'd change the subject. I was drying up the financial well, making myself look frugal, not suspicious. And just as I predicted, her emergencies started piling up. Without my money funding our dates, or Leo's lifestyle, her budget was stretching thin. I could see the panic building in her eyes. Then last Tuesday the call came. Her voice was even more frantic than before. "You won't believe my luck," she started, already trembling. "My car just died on the highway. Transmission's shot. $900 to fix it. I don't have it. I don't know how I'll get to work. The sequel to her greatest hit. Same desperate notes. Same scripted plea. I hate asking again, but could you help? I'm desperate. I took a slow breath. Showtime. That's awful, I said, lacing my voice with just the right amount of concern. Of course I'll help. Come over tonight at 7. We'll figure it out and I'll write you a check. She was so relieved, she was practically in tears. Thank you. You're saving my life. Don't mention it, I replied. That's what I'm here for. The second I hung up, I made my next move. I dug up Leo's number from an old group chat and sent him a text. Hey Leo, it's Alex, Jenna's boyfriend. Quick question. Still got that camera you bought last month? Thinking of getting into photography? Mind swinging by my place around 7:15? I'll buy you a beer. He bit instantly. For sure, dude. See you then. The stage was set. That evening, I was eerily calm. It was like watching a movie I'd written. Jenna arrived at 7 sharp, worry etched into her face. She hugged me. Thank you so much. You're the best. Of course, I said, leading her to the living room. Let's talk about the car. She launched into her story again, piling on details about the tow truck and the shady mechanic. I just nodded, letting her dig her own grave. Right on cue, at 7:15 the doorbell rang. Jenna frowned. Expecting someone? Just a friend, I said, rising to answer it. Leo stood there, camera bag slung over his shoulder, grinning until he saw Jenna on my couch. His smile vanished. Her jaw hit the floor. The panic in her eyes was exactly what I'd been waiting for. I shut the door behind him. Leo, thanks for coming. Jenna, look who's here. What a coincidence. They stared at each other, then at me. They knew. I walked to the center of the room and laid it out, my voice deadly calm. Jenna, you're here because you need $900 for your car. Tough break, especially since you're still paying me back the $200 I lent you for rent last month. I turned to Leo. Funny thing is, I was just talking to Leo here. He bought that camera the same day you had your rent emergency. Cost about $200. So here's what we'll do. We're all friends, right? Let's solve this together. Leo, you've got the $200 Jenna lent you, the money I gave her, so you'll pay her back now. She'll fix her car, and I won't have to lend her another dime. Everybody wins. The silence was suffocating. They were trapped. Jenna's voice shook with rage. Did you set this up? Are you spying on me? No, I said, ice in my tone. I'm connecting the dots. You lied to me. You took money you claimed you needed to avoid eviction and gave it to your friend for a toy. That's not a team. That's just using me. And I'm done being used. Leo stammered. Dude, I didn't know. She said you guys were cool with it. Jenna whipped her head toward him. You said you'd pay me back in a week. It was beautiful. They turned on each other, their lies unraveling in real time. I let them squirm for a minute, then cut in. Enough, I don't care about your arrangement. All I care about is that I'm done. I pointed to the door. Both of you, get out. They left without a word. As I closed the door behind them, all I felt was relief. The lies, the disrespect, it was over, and it had ended my way. Final update. 3 months later, and the fallout was everything I'd hoped for. I blocked Jenna's number and every social media account. No chance for her to rewrite history. Her friends texted me, Jenna's a mess. You humiliated her. She made a mistake. I only replied to one. Jenna lied to me, stole $200 under false pretenses. She chose her friend's camera over our trust. What happened wasn't cruelty. It was consequences. But you want to know about the money. I wasn't letting $200 disappear. It wasn't about the cash. It was about principle. So I took a half day off work and filed a small claims case. I attached the bank transfer, her texts begging for rent money, even Leo's social media post thanking his angel for the camera cash. The evidence was airtight. She didn't show up to court. I won by default, the full amount, plus fees. Then I filed for wage garnishment. Every paycheck, a chunk was automatically sent to me, a reminder of what her lies cost her. And the irony? The fake eviction she'd cried about became real. Without my help, and with her wages being garnished, she couldn't afford her apartment. She broke her lease, paid a fortune in fees, and moved back in with her parents out of state. In the end, her lie became her reality. She lost her boyfriend, her best friend, her independence, her home, all for a camera. As for me, my savings are restored, my life is drama-free, best bar's $200 I ever spent. It bought me a lesson, and it bought me freedom. She thought I was an easy mark. She learned the hard way. I'm not. Actions have consequences, and sometimes those consequences come with court stamps.